The European Centre for Electoral Support and European Partnership for Democracy have developed a joint strategy to address democracy support in a holistic and multidisciplinary manner, while taking into account the rapid shifts in the electoral and democracy assistance sector funded by the EU, and the consolidation of European specialized non-profit organizations. This approach is in line with the 5 strategic areas of the EU Action Plan on Human Rights and Democracy 2015-2019, and with a call to strengthen long-term planning and integrated deployment of all aspects of EU and Member State support to the electoral cycle by exploring innovative aid delivery mechanisms. It further aims to offer the EU, its Member States, other European donors and beneficiary countries an innovative delivery mechanism for electoral and democracy assistance, coherent with European values and EU policies.
The European Centre for Electoral Support, it is an organization that was established in 2010 in order to support electoral processes and the different electoral stakeholders worldwide with the fundings of the European Union and the European Union member states. When I say all electoral stakeholders, it's because we work not only with electoral management bodies, but we work with civil society organizations, with political parties, with parliaments, with security forces, with justice sector institutions dealing with electoral dispute resolutions, and as well with media. And by doing this, we do manage large projects, sometimes basket funds, where the European Union and other EU member states can contribute in order to support electoral processes and democracy at large, because more and more you have this approach that support to elections. It's more important between the elections, so inter-election period, than not only on election day. And this is the reason why, together with the 13 other not-for-profit organizations in Europe, the European Partnership for Democracy, we have devised an approach that we call a European response to electoral cycle support, that is an innovative delivery mechanism to support electoral and democracy processes with mainly the funding of the European Union and EU member states.
EURECS was first introduced during the 10th EU Development Days, where ECAS and EPD reconfirmed the commitment and readiness to implement electoral and democracy support projects and programs in a nuanced and holistic way.
That there is no development without security, as well as there is no security without development. And we are tired of seeing wars and conflicts restarting after 10 years, after 5 years, because we have not invested in peace. We have to focus on the sustainability of peace. What we can do is to support, not to substitute.
For development to take place, there must be peace. And peace is based on a just arrangement of the political equation. There are, of course, different interests in society, as you know, different political groups with different political platforms, etc. But when they agree to go into elections as a democratic process, that process is intended to mediate conflict.
In the Sustainable Development Goals, one word has been carefully omitted, and that is democracy. One speaks about accountable government, perhaps, but without democracy, with disenfranchised voters or populations cannot choose their own leadership, you can be pretty sure that inequality and poverty will continue to exist. So, in my view, inclusive societies in which every citizen has a chance, inclusive societies have as a condition a democratic process in which every citizen takes its part.
That the European Union was making a lot of observation missions, which were really good, but that was not very much done before and after the elections. And that was something that was really important in order to make also our work as observers much more relevant and much more helpful for the countries where we are present. And this is what the European Centre for Electoral Support does.
European Partnership for Democracy is an organisation that works on democracy support in with organisations from the European Union outside of the European Union. So we have 13 member organisations who specialise in different areas of democracy assistance. So parliaments, political parties, elections, local democracy, human rights, and various other things such as media. And all of us work together because we think that working in silos is not the way forward, and that everyone should work together on priorities around democracy assistance. And we do this through three ways. That's through programming, through advocacy, and through knowledge.
So ALDA works on local governance. We work with local governments and CSOs and citizens at the local level. And our work is actually how to engage and how to build the capacities of local governments and CSOs to develop together practices for their own communities, but also in development cooperation. We do that in Europe, in the Balkans, and in the neighborhood countries, in particular in the Eastern Partnership in the Mediterranean area. Is that this is worth working at the community level. This is worth to work with local government. This is worth to work with CSOs, engage with local governments. They will produce a change. They will produce long-standing and sustainable development together.
So at the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy, we work with political parties, which is always a challenging subject because parties are often seen as difficult to work with, too political for the European Commission, for instance, to work with. And we focus on strengthening them. We focus on facilitating dialogue between them to discuss democratic reforms, to strengthen and deepen the democracies around the world, basically. We work in 20 countries, over 200 political parties. NMB was founded by 7 Dutch political parties, but we work inclusive and always across the political spectrum. So we're non-partisan, and that's why we can facilitate an inter-party dialogue process that is trusted and is not influenced by any either political denomination or any economic or political initiative.